Hi there. So I'm going to cover some of the basics of this Google Drive account for A.G. Bell Elementary and how to give others permission on that account. The first thing you'll want to do is to visit google.com and make certain you're logged in as the bellptsa@gmail.com account. If you're not, then you're going to want to sign out and then sign in as that account. And if you don't have that password, then ask around the president or whomever and see if you can get a hold of it. So once you're logged in as that account, then visit drive.google.com. And this is where all of the main folders exist. So if we want to give everybody rights to all of these folders, which is what I've typically done in the past, you'll want to highlight all of them so you can just click the first one and then hold down the shift button and click the last one. And then up here is this lovely little guy with a plus next to it. Might be a girl too with short hair, you know, I don't know. And in here is where you can edit who it's being shared with. So you can type in new folks. If I click the advanced button, that's what's going to give us all of the people that are currently listed. So if you want to remove certain folks from getting access, you can click the X next to their name, and then they will no longer have access to the account. If you want to give new people access, you merely type it in down below. And I'm just giving an example one in here, and you can say whether they have edit or view rights and whether they get a notification. It's good to notify them, and click send. Since this is not a Gmail address, it's going to say that anybody at that address will have the rights for that account. And that's just a security warning. But typically that shouldn't be an issue, and there aren't any really confidential stuff in there. But just be aware of that if you're concerned. You can say yes, and now that individual will have rights to it. And then they should receive an email then. I'm going to switch over to my email account. And hopefully you can see here that I got an email saying that I have rights to these folders. Now that particular individual, whomever got that, will now have rights to all of those. They can get to that by logging into the drive.google.com account, and then they will get a list of all of their folders if they already have folders in Google Drive, which I do, but most folks will not. And in order for them to see it, they're going to want to click the Shared with Me link on the left-hand column, and that's going to show all of them there. So you see I shared, oh, those aren't the right ones, but let me find the bell. Here's some documents that were shared with me. And if I search around in these folders in here, oh, I know why it's not showing for me. It's not showing for me because I'm logged in as my Gmail account, not under that communication directory. But ignore that. Just take my word for it that it will show. You can see these documents are shared with me in there, including the forms directory. And so that's how it will show, and it will show AG Bell PTSA next to it, and they can access them from there. And then they'd be able to go in there and do any of the edits if you've given them rights, or at least read them.